And so we appreciate you taking some time out to talk with us today.
It's
Um,
all love.
all right. So, most of our viewers are gonna, know you from the 99 2000s,
Yeah,
Cash Money days, member of the Hot Boys. Y'all came onto the scene and changed the game.
real
So
life.
how does it feel to have been a part of such a groundbreaking group and a groundbreaking record label?
How I feel.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I wouldn't say I feel no type of way, you know what I'm saying? I'm just blessed, you know what I'm saying, to being able to be a part of a group such as the Hot Boys, never thought that we'll be considered legendary, you know what I'm saying? So it's always an honor and something that's very humbling to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I was one of those youngsters in high school who was listening to everything you guys did. So it's huge to be able to sit here with you right now. It really is.
It's all
But
love.
just to kind of catch us up to speed, let us know about a few things you have going on. I know you're doing a podcast. I know you got an autothugography that's out. Just let us know
Yeah.
what you're doing and what you're up to these days.
Um, Still doing my music. I got an album out, The Realest Hot Boy.
All right.
I'm in the process of working on my long-awaited comeback album called Big Thuggin'.
Yes, sir.
I got a podcast out called Big Thuggin', and you can catch those on all the podcast stations wherever they got podcasts at. Got my book, The Autothugography of Turk. I got my own artist. I do management.
Okay.
And I got a lot of other little things going on. My documentary will be dropping soon, 52 Bullets. I wrote a movie screenplay about my life as well.
Wow.
And just, supporting everything that my wife got going on.
Oh,
Just
awesome.
everything entertaining, really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All around, everything. I'm in everything.
Well, that's what's up. Let me ask you, you said the documentary coming out is entitled 52 Bullets. So what's the significance of that title?
That's how many times that the police shot at in my house that day. It was, that's how many bullet holes, entries, and exit was at my trial, 52 bullets, in and out exit holes, So I figured if you had 52 bullet holes, entries, and exit, that's how many shots had to be fired
Yeah.
that they counted, you know what I'm saying, at my trial. So I don't know if they missed any or they put too many, but that was the number that they calculated. So I look at that number as a blessed number to be alive from
Yeah.
52 bullets, and it was like a war zone in my house, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of people might think 52 bullets, and they might think, man, ain't nowhere in the world you can survive 52 bullets, but if you believe in God, you'll understand that I did, and it's real truth to it. I'm a real life testimony. Me and my wife, we both really survived those 52 bullets.
So was it only you and your wife in the house at the time when that happened?
Nah, it was me, my wife, and a friend of mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a blessing to be able to walk away from that and tell that story. Okay. So what kinds of things can we expect to see in that documentary?
Police corruption, number one.
Mm-hmm.
They did knock and announce. I've been telling people about the corruption that go on in the police system.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people, they only gravitate to stuff that's trending. You know what I'm saying? Police corruption, police brutality is a serious topic as something go viral, but it's really when the cameras are off, it's still going on, you know what I'm saying? And I'm one of the rappers that experienced it, but it just wasn't highly profiled as some of the cases throughout history, you know what I'm saying? My case was like a open and shut, quiet, keep it quiet, but it was a lot of corruption that went on as far as me getting sentenced to too much time, as far
Wow.
as them tricking me in the feds in the state system, as far as them suing me for $60 million, just coming in my house unannounced. I think any person in their house should be able to bear arms and protect their house, whether they be a felon or not.
Yes, sir.
Because if you're in your house who can you harm but the
Yes,
person
sir.
that trying to come in to harm you. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I think that should be a discussion in the law, the people that make the law, because it's like soon you become a convicted felon, you can be a felon with anything. They take your rights to bear arms, and I
Yeah,
think that puts you in a lose-lose situation. Like if somebody
absolutely.
come in your house, you can't even protect yourself because you don't want to bear arms because you never know when the police gonna come. You see what I'm
Yep,
saying? So
absolutely.
I think that law should be changed. I think that law should be looked into,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna be pushing for that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because even though I'm a convicted felon, I've been walking a straight and narrow path since I've been home out of prison.
Yeah,
So I'm a law-abiding citizen, and they always talk about laws of the land. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
if a convicted felon comes out, I mean, he have the right should be able to get his rights restored back to him if he
absolutely.
become a model citizen again. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I don't think a lot of people talk about that because, like I say, it's not a trending topic. And
Mm-hmm.
I want to be one to shed the light on that and hopefully open it for discussion because, I mean, what can you do if you're protecting your home? Like
Right.
you inside. Now you're a convicted felon and you're out and you just moving and grooving, that's different. But if you in
Right.
your home, I
Right.
don't care if you're convicted felon or not, you should
Yeah.
be able to protect yourself.
I completely agree, and that sounds a lot like, back when Ti was going through the situations he was going through, where he's getting threats on his life, and but he's expected to not carry a gun. And like you said, when I'm in my home, I have a right to defend my home, my family,
Yeah,
and unfortunately, the system is set up where us, especially our men, you guys are, streamlined to the prisons, and then when you come out, you have all these strikes against you. But like you're saying, when you get out and you on the straight and narrow, it's all about redemption and me, having learned my lesson. And so it's like you're punishing me all my life for some mistake I made way back. When do
yeah,
I, when am I forgiven, so to speak? I've done my time. I paid my debt to society. So
yeah,
yeah, I completely feel you on that one.
yeah.
Yeah. So on the Big Thug and podcast, what kinds of topics did you guys get into?
Basically, I just started it, and
Mhm.
I actually opened my podcast up right now to introduce my book as an audio. You know, a
Okay.
lot of people asking me have I did an audio book, and every week I read a chapter of my book so people can
Right.
go to my podcast and they can check out my book.
Very.
And I also I talk about what's going on in hip hop, talk about things that going on in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I'm actually waiting for a few podcast equipment so I can make it a visual podcast, and that's
Nice.
when I'm really gonna turn it up. But
Nice.
right now it's in its beginning stages, and I'm actually enjoying it. You know what I'm saying?
Very
Like
nice.
I'm learning as I go. I'm the type of person that I don't want to sit back and figure it out. I want to figure it out some things as I go. And
Yeah.
my podcast is one of them. A lot of people say I should start one. Shout out to Gilly. He started $1 Million Worth of Game, and he was one of the people that told me that I should start me one because I have a whole lot of history, a whole lot of stories about, a lot of certain different individuals and
Right.
people want to hear, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I took it into consideration and, an opportunity presented itself and I jumped on it.
I think that's awesome. So, just kind of rewinding back just a little bit, when you said, you had to end up doing time, how much time did you have to end up serving?
8 year, 8 months, 16 days.
Wow. So, I can't even imagine what kind of effects that has on, family life. I mean, because you're taken away from your home, from your family, everything in life kind of, stops. But what were things that you did while you were in to kind of keep your mind sharp and to improve yourself? What are some of the things that you
Um,
did?
of course, read,
Yeah.
um, exercise,
Okay.
stayed out of the prison politics,
Mm.
um, stayed connected with outside world on the phone all the time, going to
Yeah.
visit every week.
Okay.
Um, just really I stayed working. Like I worked on music, I worked on my book, I worked on my movie, I worked on my case,
Nice.
I exercised, worked on my body, like all parts of me. I worked on my spirituality,
Nice.
me as a person, just becoming a better person all
Mhm.
around, mind, spiritually, mentally, and physically. You know, only thing I was missing was the finances. But
Right.
even with that, I still was able to shake, rattle, and roll and make some things shake with the finances too while I was locked up. So, just bettering me. That's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Some people go to jail and it become a revolving door. They get out to go right back. You know what I'm saying? And I was like that when I was young, but I did that one time and I ain't do it no more. You know, so this time I finally got to see the penitentiary, the feds, and the state. And, you know, it was different this time because I actually got a chance to see people with the death sentence, people not coming home, people with life, people getting stabbed, people getting raped.
Ugh.
You don't see those things in the county jails.
Right.
But when you go up the road and you be locked down with people that don't got nothing to lose, you know, who don't care about nothing. I done seen people get hit while they sleep with a lock in the sock, stabbed, beat with broomsticks, you know, raped, like sodomized. Like I seen all that.
Wow.
Hanging themselves, splitting their wrists, you know what I'm saying, committing suicide, throwing shit, putting shit all over their body. I done seen all that, you know, and when I seen that, that made me want to better myself and become, you know what I'm saying, a person that meant something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, that shows that you're mentally strong because I know a lot of people in that situation. I used to teach in a jail with teenagers who had adult charges, and I remember seeing a couple of my students once they were actually sentenced, just what that did to them, having to realize like, man, I really have to do like time. And when you talked about like the covering of the feces, I remember having a student who went through that. So, you know, not everybody can handle that. So it's awesome that you were able to see all that, you know, stay mentally, spiritually strong, and then, you know, come out on the other side of that, because that's no easy feat.
Yeah.
Now you also talked about, you know, having artists doing management. So what's important to you about being a manager in terms of being a mentor, you know, showing your artists the game? What does it mean to you? What are the things that you want to be able to provide for your artists?
Basically, man, wanting to see an artist do better than I did is my main thing, you know. Getting the artist that I can help grow, you know, not just make money off. If I believe in an artist, that's why I don't have this artist, that artist, this artist. I can have a lot of them. Right. A lot of people come to me all the time, bro, man, let me sign me. I got one artist. Right. And my wife, she's an artist, you know, but you know, she on paper for life, so. Okay. But my artist Fargiato, he out of New Orleans. Actually, man, he just kind of remind me of Lil Wayne, his work ethic, you know, and how he come, you know, his wordplay, and you know what I'm saying, how he was able to understand that this take a process and it take hustle, you know, and he listened, you know, like if you have a person that don't listen, they don't make no sense to even try to manage them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this is my first time managing somebody, so like I say, it's like a trial. You know, we don't have no room for error, so we just trying to do everything the right way the first time, so we won't have to do it again. You know, I'm studying a lot, reading on how to do this. I'm learning from other people that's managing other artists, you know what I'm saying? Nice. Just paying attention to the industry and seeing how I operate from a, you know, from a manager standpoint, because I know how I operate from an artist standpoint, but you know, we making it work, man. You know what I'm saying? I think Fargiato is going to be a successful artist because, I mean, he have artists first that understand the game, who done been through messed up contracts and, you know what I'm saying, been on tour and, you know, all the stuff that's bad I didn't experience, you know, and I have a passion about my artist, so I don't want to see him go through what I went through. So I think he's gonna he can't lose. You know what I'm talking about? Right. And he's talented. Like he's very talented and he listens. So I think he's gonna be one of those.
That's what's up. So I think most people at this point are probably familiar with the things that happen, you know, during those Cash Money days, like you were referring to, you know, during your artistry days. So in terms of the Hot Boys, do you think there's ever hope? And I know BG isn't home, and maybe once he gets home, but when he gets home, do you think that we could possibly at some point see a Hot Boys reunion?
You know, when it come to get money, I don't think nobody want to turn no money down.
Right, right.
You know, so yeah.
I was gonna say, because you got the audience is there. People would be
Yeah,
there
when
for
it
it. I
come to
know
money,
I'd be one of them.
it's a no brainer. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a no brainer. So yeah.
Okay. Well, that gives me great hope. Okay, then. So, let's talk a little bit more about family life. So, what does family life look like? What does it look like in the Turk household?
Man, everybody working, everybody, staying healthy, staying sane,
Yeah.
not taking their eyes off of God,
Yeah.
and just, bettering ourselves. That's what it's about. We're not letting this pandemic take over us. We're
That's
taking
right.
over the pandemic,
That's right.
looking at this as a blessing more than anything,
Yes, sir.
learning how to live off less,
Mm.
learning how to manage better and get along and appreciate each other, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Appreciating the little things and, just spending time with each other and, taking advantage of it. You feel me? Like, we taking heed. A lot of people saying, well, that ain't real, this, that. I don't know if it's the coronavirus or coronavirus, but I also know that a lot of people have died, you know what I'm saying? And I look at the reality of that, whether it be from COVID-19, 19 COVID, I know it's something.
Yeah.
And I just got to always use my universal precaution, and that's what we practice in here. We still wear our masks, still wear our gloves, we just start getting around people, you know what I'm saying? But it's always precaution for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, in terms of being a dad, what are some things? Of course, your kids probably live a far different lifestyle than you did coming up. What's something that your kids kind of have that you wish you had growing up?
A daddy and a mama in the house together.
Yeah, yeah.
I was raised by a single parent with multiple boyfriends.
Gotcha.
That's unstable, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My kids get to see they mom and they daddy go through good and bad.
Yeah.
And still come together in love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really not no confusion on them. They don't understand that some days gonna be good, some days gonna be bad. But the important thing is the love that we got for each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We don't hide nothing from my kids. Like, everything is in the open, and they 6 years old, but they smart. I have twins, and I have a 19-year-old son down in New Orleans.
Okay.
So and they all smart. You know what I'm saying? All very smart.
Okay. That's awesome. So, I want to go back to your music for a little bit. So, what in terms of your next album, what kind of content can we expect from you?
I'm really giving them the same type of content that I always give them. What I see, man, what I hear. Music to me, rapping to me is like Denzel Washington playing Bad Cop and Training Day. Okay. It's all acting. It's painting the picture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You basically illustrating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You showing people a reality that they always see anyway. You know what I'm saying? And that's what my rap, reality rap. So whatever it may be, whatever I see today, whatever I saw, heard you say you saw.
Okay.
That's what you're gonna get from my music. And far as the style, you're gonna get that old 99, 2000, Hot Boy Turk with the melodies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They want my fans want that melody, the how I was calm and rapping slow, and you know what I'm saying, the Manny Fresh type beats like that. That's what my fans want. But it's gonna be reality.
So what made you fall in love with music? Because you guys were young, especially like you and Wayne. You guys were really young when you were starting out. But what made you fall in love with music? One, to tell stories.
I ain't be even really in love with music like that. It was a way to express myself. You know what I'm saying? I think every talent that a person have is to express how they really is.
Gotcha.
God gives certain people talents, and it's all to praise him and express yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it just was something that God gave to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just was God-given talent. You feel me?
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing that I just grew to love. You feel me? It just
Right,
is
right.
always there.
Okay. So what are some other things we can expect to see from you, you know, in the near future or maybe down the line? What are some other things you kind of got cooking?
Man, to be honest, I just want to fulfill all my plans that I got. You know what I'm saying? Everything that like my book, my documentary, you know what I'm saying? And I want to be there to be able to get my kids on whatever track they want to get on and
Yeah.
support whatever they got going on. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't have nothing, no surprise, you feel me? No big booms. I just live life as it go, as God will is for my life. You know what I'm saying? That's how I live it. You know, outside of my plans, you feel me? Whatever God got in store for me.
That sounds cool, man. So, what's your take? So, as we were talking about earlier with, you know, police brutality and, you know, actually when you were talking about the 52 bullets, of it immediately took me to the case of Breonna Taylor, whose birthday actually happens to be today. And of course, she, you know, wasn't fortunate, you know, to walk away from that. But I know you said you want to take up that cause, but what do you think it's really going to take for us as a community to do to really make them make these changes?
I mean, protests.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, but look like the taking the money away, burning
Yeah.
things down, like that gonna get results. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I don't think people been having that type of protest in them for a long time to where, you know, they really did doing what they doing now.
Yeah.
What they doing now is affecting the economy. And once they start affecting the economy, I believe the whole fight with the government is about power and money. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So when you mess with their money, they get some act right. You feel
Oh
me?
yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
get some act right. So, you know, it's gonna be like an even swap. Either you do this or you don't have your money in the power that you think you have. You
Yeah.
know, give us what we want. We want the same thing. We want
Yes.
power and money. You feel me? We
Hmm.
want the same thing. We ain't saying you can't have it, but we don't want you saying we can't have it. You know,
That's
we can
it.
share it.
Yeah.
You feel me? We not trying to take over and exclude y'all, so stop
Mhm.
excluding us.
That's
You
right.
know, y'all can run up our street all day and we don't do nothing. We
Hey.
gonna be like, man, what the white boy doing up here? We really
Right.
gonna be still trying to see why you running up here. You
Right.
know, we not gonna try to kill you or do none of that. You know
Or
what I'm
call
saying?
911. Yeah.
Hey, we ain't gonna
Mhm.
do none of that. So we just want the same equal opportunity, you know,
Right.
which if you get spiritual, it's never gonna happen. Just in reality, it's never. You're
Yeah.
only gonna get instant gratification, man, while
Mm.
you on this earth. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yeah.
If it changed, that mean the word not true. You feel me?
Mm.
Only way we gonna have peace is within itself. You have to fight for peace. Your peace comes when you put God first,
Yeah.
everything else after that, and you have heaven on earth, you know.
That's it.
But until God come back, it's gonna be like it is. Only temporary, you know,
Mm.
satisfaction. It ain't gonna last forever, I don't think. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yeah.
So you seem like such a wise man, and one thing that is really resonating with me throughout the conversation here is no matter what you've been through, you continue to find a positive side to that, and
Yeah.
that takes you a real long ways, and I really respect that. Um,
Yeah.
because it's so easy to get consumed and feeling sorry for yourself or feeling bad about a situation, but to look at it and be able to take some kind of victory from that, that takes a big person to be able to do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Cause I never lose. It's always a win or a lesson with
Yeah.
me. That's my mindset.
Yeah. So, and you know, and it's interesting. So about your mindset, was there somebody you had in your life, somebody who kind of, you know, talked to you about stuff, you know, gave you like sound advice? Is there a piece of advice that somebody has shared with you that's kind of carried and sustained you through your life?
Nah, it just my life experiences and me
Mm.
reading.
Yeah.
You know, when you read it, open up your mind and open up your intelligence to a whole nother level.
I agree.
You know, and you find yourself. Everything that you need to know is within yourself. You know what I'm saying? So when you read and then you start reflecting and you like, dang, I ain't know that about me.
Yeah.
I study to find who I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't study to find out who you is or who she is. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that the person who have the most information is the person that gonna survive. You know, it's not your money. A lot of people be working for money. I work for information. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Very nice. So, you've had the opportunity to travel, to kind of see the world, you know, meet all types of people. But in all of your experiences, what would you recommend? What is one thing that you would say that everybody should do, you know, in their lifetime at some point?
Put God first in their life. That's a journey that's a joy ride. You know what I'm saying? A ride with God is very enjoyable. You know, like you never stop enjoying that ride.
Yeah.
He's gonna always show you some things, and it's gonna be excitement. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be peace. It's gonna be joy. It's gonna be happiness. You know, they're putting God first. That's the best thing that I ever could have did. Cause it make you see things, like you say, even the worst of situations. Yeah. You see the good in it. A lot of people can't see the good, they'll remain negative about a situation, you know what I'm saying? But when you can see the good in the situation, nothing will affect you.
That's right. So let me ask you, so I can tell definitely, you know, you recommend the Bible, anybody read that, but is there something else? Is there another favorite book you had or something that just really stood to
The
you?
Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, and As a Man, Think It. And the Bible and 48 Laws of Power. Those are the 5 books that I like.
Oh, yeah, the 48 Laws of Power. Yeah, that's some serious knowledge right there. Yeah, I've gone through that one myself. Yeah. All right. So can you let us know, you know, with fans in terms of keeping up with everything you got going on, what's the best way to keep up with you?
Really, Instagram. That's one of my best social media tools. But I'm on everything. Instagram, HotBoyTurk _32.
All right.
I'm on Twitter, HotBoyTurk, the number 32. Facebook, my real name, Tab Virgil Jr.
Okay.
I'm on TikTok. I'm on Snapchat. I'm on everything. You know,
all right.
Everything where they at, I'm there.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you again for taking time to chat with us. I can't wait to see the documentary. Can't wait to see the movie come to life. Excited for everything you got going on right now.
For real. Yeah. Make sure y'all go get the book, The Auto Thug Biography of Turk. You can get it on lulu.com, or you can get it directly from me with the autograph signed copy. Just DM me on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll go from there, man. Like I've been really like getting off them books. A lot of people been getting the books directly from me because they get it signed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you want to know my story,
I'll be in your DM soon then. I'll be in your DM soon. Hit me up for it.
For real. All love. All love.
All right. Well, brother, I appreciate you. Nothing but blessings coming to you, man.
You too. I appreciate you.
Thank you. All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.